like you give away so much money. Do you feel like you're like making up for something in a past life? Or like, is there something that like, you didn't grow up with a lot of money, you know?
No.
And so do you like, when you think back on little moments, like, did you see somebody give some money once and it made you feel excited? Or like, are you able to connect any of those dots as you get a little bit older and have some more breadth of time?
You know, that's where I should come up with this, you know, heart-throbbing story of like, I just want to, you know, help people because I couldn't when I was younger or whatever. But the honest truth is, like, I know how to make content go viral. We're really good at making good content. And I just believe a world where I help people is just more fun than a world where I don't. And that's kind of really it. I've noticed where, you know, videos where we do help people or give away money, I tend to just be a little happier, enjoy it a little bit more. And so I just lean more that way. That's cool. I mean, that's the truth. I mean, I could one time for fun, because like everyone has these like PR publicists and PR people. I just talked to one. I was like, what advice would you have for me? And they're like, you need to come up with a better story on why you help people. And I was like, well, because this is what I usually say. It's like, well, the truth is it just is slightly more fun than when I don't. And they're like, no, you need to come up with a better one. Like, you know, like you were saying, like, you know, say like you helped a homeless person, it brought you immense joy and all this stuff. And I was just like, that feels kind of fake. Yeah. So sometimes that's just the truth. It is. And it's a very simple truth. Yeah, I like helping somebody out. It's just more fun than if I don't. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's scary to think that though. Like recently I was giving some money to some people that had been suffered from a storm, right? Mm-hmm. From some flooding. And I'm not saying that to make myself look exciting or anything, but it was nothing like this. And if they see that and then hear what I get, they're like, oh, this guy's. Well, I mean, this is just our reality show. But yeah, in general, I don't know if you've watched too many of our videos, but we built 100 wells in Africa. I know. You helped you guys have given blind stuff. You've taken plastics out of the ocean. Yeah. But the wells stuff, that one was interesting or really eye-opening for me, because we were one of them, like we went like 4 hours into the middle of nowhere, and you're like, you know, in places where these people don't have internet, like really intense poverty. And it's like, it's pretty eye-opening. I would recommend if anyone ever has an opportunity to like just work on a project or do something in places like that. It's like crazy to think that we're on the same planet, you know what I mean? And people who like don't even have access to clean water and have to walk an hour every morning to go to a river to get water. But then you look upstream and there's literally cows shitting in that same water that they're, you know, drinking out of, because that's the world they live in. And like we have, anyways, I don't know. Look, I think putting things into perspective, right, changes things for people. Exactly. Did you have to like kind of achieve a certain amount of finances before you were able to start giving away finances, kind of? No, I've always, like, my first brand deal was $10,000, and I just walked outside and gave it to a homeless person. Wow. So I've just always done it, because it's just like, you know, if I do this, then hopefully this video makes $15,000, and then I'll give away $15,000. Right. And then hopefully that video makes $20,000, and I'll give away 20. And so I just had that idea of where I was like, what if I just give away the money and then it makes more money and I give that away? And then I've just kind of been doing that for like 8 years. And now you're at $5 million, which is the largest amount that has ever been given away in a game show. Or in a reality show, in any show, really. No one's ever given away. I think Squid Game was the most of 4,560,000. Wow. Yeah. And did you want to beat that kind of? Oh, yeah. That's why the number is 5 million. Yeah. But we also gave away like, you know, another 15 plus million on top of that just throughout the show. I just like making great content. And like, I like making things you can't find anywhere else, because it's just fun to like see how the world reacts to it. Yeah. You know? And so in this instance, or in a lot of what we do, like one time we just put a big circle on the ground. We put 100 people in it, and we just were like, whoever leaves last gets $500,000. And then it's just like, how long does it take? Who's going to leave? Like those are the kinds of things I like personally and just curious on, like what the fuck's going to happen, you know? Yeah. What's like one thing you've learned then about people's psychology? Have you learned, or does it change a lot? Like, or have you learned, like, are there some general rules you've learned that people will like behave around money or that sort of thing? Oh yeah. That's an interesting question. I feel like people are, a lot nicer than you would think. Like they're not as, they don't tend, and maybe it's because when we do it, they know the video is going to be seen by 100 million people. So they're thinking of their personal image. But a lot of times I have given people the opportunity to like screw other people over for some money, and usually they don't take it, or they like push, like it requires way more money than you would think. You know, like someone who'd theoretically be making $30,000 a year, and you would offer them 10 grand, but it means this other person gets eliminated or gets punished in the challenge. And a lot of times, like, they'll say no, and I'm like, whoa, that's not an easy decision to make. Like, there's some integrity here, Yeah,
you mentioned that while we were taping that you were surprised by some people's integrity.
Exactly. Especially during this show, like, I sometimes throw large, copious sums of money to eliminate other people, to like offer it to certain people, and they say no. And I was always just like, what the fuck?
Wow.
This is crazy.
Is there one age group or gender group or any demographic you can give me on who it seems like after doing a lot of challenges where you've gotten to see some integrity?
No, it's pretty. This is 10 episodes. If we watched it all, you would see
10 episodes of that.
Yeah, you would see that it's like pretty widespread across the board. I mean, maybe the women.
I don't think a senior citizen can. Some seniors can't make it through that.
You saw that one 70-year-old. She passed, which is
she passed away.
No, passed the challenge.
Oh God!
I hope she doesn't pass away before the show airs. That'd be bad.